I really have two stories here, but if you can see up in the upper right-hand corner, Fauci says masks can come off when the virus is not a threat at all. Right. I wish they would have held that same sort of theory or thought process with the normal flu virus. Yeah, not so much, right? But over the main screen here, it says from MRC Newsbusters, so never then, CNN doctor, reopening makes 0 sense. Well, it makes 0 sense if you have a job and you don't really care. And I can't read Dr. Reiner's mind, but I guarantee you that he doesn't care for you, especially if you don't vote the same way he does. This guy is a never-Trumper, always anti-Republican, anti-conservative, anti-libertarian. This guy doesn't like freedom. Of course, he's a doctor. Of course, he would say that. I don't know. These days, I just can't take these knuckleheads anymore. Since the economic havoc and negative health effects that lockdowns have caused have not taken a toll on rich leftists at CNN and the brainlets, of course, the network is still advocating for lockdowns. On Saturday's CNN newsroom, Ana Cabrera, who also has a job, by the way, brought on the reliably alarmist CNN medical analyst Dr. Jonathan Reiner to melt down over states and localities reopening. Reiner declared that any lockdowns is such a bad idea and makes 0 sense. Right. Getting the economy back open and getting people back to work and getting life back to normal, that's a bad idea. Almost sounds like he also has I don't know, what do you call that? An ulterior motive? Cabrera began the statement by asking Reiner if it's a good idea for states to end the lockdown. Reiner responded, as usual he does, by ranting against people being able to go to work and enjoy their lives. Oh no, this is such a bad idea. Who slows down once you break into the lead? We're broken in the lead? It makes 0 sense. Look, there's a lot of worry about the variants that might become ascendant over the next few months. Viruses mutate, knucklehead. I want you to say it that way. And just because we see fewer hospitalizations, we still have over 3,000 people dying a day. How many people die a day from heart disease and other ailments? Of course, we don't talk about that anymore. COVID is the topic du jour. And just because, the U.S. still has over 130,000 new cases a day, and it's not time to let our guard down. This is time to stay covered up and to vaccinate like crazy. Remember that, what he just said. Vaccinate like crazy. Like it's 100% effective. We know it's not, but keep that in mind. But we heard this week that governors of North Dakota and Iowa were, removing mask mandates. They should. This is not the time where the government can tell you what sort of piece of clothing you should wear over your face. It makes no sense. Particularly, for a state like Iowa that has some of the highest case rates in the country. Do you know what makes 0 sense? In the U.S. alone, almost 100,000 businesses have closed permanently to lockdowns. Furthermore, the lockdowns have caused millions of people to miss out on cancer screening and treatment. 130 million people to be on the brink of starvation worldwide. 1.2 million preventable child deaths. 93,000 excess deaths due to missed medical care. And 75,000 extra deaths of despair. I think that number is a little low. In regards to COVID, Reiner has previously claimed Donald Trump was guilty of negligent homicide, of course, and criminal endangerment for having rallies. But no mention on the peaceful protests over the last summer where $2 billion in damage was conducted. Conducted? Yeah, conducted. Because, dare I say, violent protests caused $2 billion in damage. But those are okay because they were social justice. Right, Dr. Reiner, you goddamn brainlet? Also, he told Americans that we could not celebrate Christmas and suggested that going outside is dangerous. Cabrera then touted Reiner's claim that schools should not reopen till teachers are vaccinated. Ah, okay. Good, yeah, vaccination, that's good, right? Reiner backed up his claim by ignoring all scientific evidence. in regards to teacher safety by saying that he's not sure we have data to prove they're safe. Oh! But you said we should vaccinate like crazy. But if you're going to say now that, well, we don't know if the vaccinations is 100%, well, we know it's not 100%, but if it's not effective in any way, then why vaccinate like crazy? Cannot compute. NPC. Warning. First of all, I know teachers. My mom was a New York City public school teacher for 30 years. Again, no one asked you, Reiner. Shut your fat face. They're dedicated to their kids. Nah, they're dedicated to the unions. Let's be honest. And they're loyal to each other. Yeah. And they also belong to a very big union that looks out for them. No matter what we tell them, if they don't feel safe, they will not go into classrooms. And I'm not sure we have data to prove they're safe. Oh. Okay. All the existing data being touted now is with the wild type virus that was predominant months ago, but not as the variants become. Oh. You see how they keep moving the goalposts. 15 days to slow the spread. No. Well, we don't know if all these variants are going to be affected properly by the new vaccine that's out there. Goalposts has moved again. That virus is much more transmissible. The only way to protect our teachers is to vaccinate them. But you said it wasn't going to be 100% effective. Can't compute. See, this is what they do. They keep moving the goddamn goalpost. When they put out something, then weeks later it found out to be not so true, or it's not effective, they just move the goalpost. Oh, well, what I said was preliminary. Goalpost move. That's what they're doing, moving the goddamn goalpost. There are 3.7 million teachers. We have enough to vaccinate them. We should do that over the next 2 weeks, and then a month from now, we open all of our schools. Never mind that the CDC is urging that we reopen schools. That many studies have stated that we can do it safely, and that the schools have reopened have done so safely, especially in the state that I reside in. By the way, CNN's alarmism was sponsored by Jackson Hewitt and TacVisor.com. Let them know here at this link if you think they should be sponsoring this content. They shouldn't, but whatever. But that's what this goes. We go back to what I was stating. They keep moving the goalposts. They put out something. 15 days. 30 days. Until we get a vaccine. Until everyone gets a vaccine. But there's variants. They just keep moving the goalpost. Now I know what you're going to say. Well, you don't understand the nuance of the situation. No. I understand the nuance of the situation. I know this is a very delicate, mind you, situation that we all live in. However, life has to go on. We don't do this every year for the flu, especially last year. Flu? What flu? There's no flu. Yeah, there was a flu. I got a flu shot. They wouldn't give me a flu shot if there was no flu. Kind of makes sense. But this is what people like Dr. Jonathan Reiner do. They move the goalposts. Why? Because they put out something, and I get it. It's a theory, a hypothesis. And of course it doesn't come true because it's a virus. Move the goalpost. You can't open schools until every 100% of all teachers feel safe. Oh, okay. Till they all feel safe? We don't know if all the, we don't have all the data to prove that indoor schooling will be safe. No, it's there. You just have to find it. Because Google and all search algorithms bury that. However, keeping a face diaper on continuously and keep making these bold declarations that going outside is dangerous isn't going to help anything. And by keeping the government stating that, hey, you need to lock down, continue to lock down, and wear a face diaper, it's a mask mandate. Okay, why don't you put it through the legislation? Go to Congress for, oh no, we can't do that. Why not? Because it's easier to do an executive order. You see, this is all encompassing of everything. This is authoritarians at work. Dr. Jonathan Reiner, authoritarian. CNN, authoritarian. Fauci, authoritarian. Ana Cabrera, authoritarian bootlicker. All these people want to reduce your liberties, and and what George Carlin said, and let you know at every step of the way that they can F with you at any chance they get. And this is just one more nail in the coffin of this country. And the Constitution, by the way. And this potato, in the former vice president in office, is keeping their thumb on you and letting you know that they're in charge and you're not.